What if you could play your favorite console games? I'm talking full-on Mario Kart, Smash Bros, or even Metroid Prime Remastered on a massive 150-inch screen, or even up to 200 inches, anywhere. That's what the XGIMI Halo Plus New promises. It's a high-end portable projector built for movies, streaming, and yes, gaming on the go. You can hook up any console to this thing, PS5, Xbox, Steam Deck, even your NES Classic Edition or your Super Nintendo Classic Edition, whatever. But for this review, I went with the Nintendo Switch. Why? Because it's the perfect match for a portable projector like this. The setup is dead simple, the performance matters, and honestly, the results blew me away. Let's dive in and see why this might be the best portable gaming experience I've tested yet. You may not be familiar with their game yet, but XGIMI is a serious player in the projector market. They've been around since 2013, and to date, they've sold over 4 million projectors worldwide, which definitely puts them in the conversation alongside bigger names like BenQ, Epson, Samsung, and LG. What sets them apart is who they partner with. Names like Google, Texas Instruments, and Harman Kardon. And that last one really stood out to me. Harman Kardon is basically the Michael Jordan of audio, legendary for delivering clear, powerful results. So seeing their name on the Halo Plus New immediately raised my expectations. And I'm happy to say it didn't disappoint. Here's what the Halo Plus New is packing under the hood. It's got 1080p full HD resolution, 700 ISO lumens, which is actually brightness, not fake inflated numbers, HDR10 for better contrast and vibrant colors, a built-in battery rated for up to 2.5 hours of video, Google TV built-in with access to 5,000 apps, including the Holy Trinity, Netflix, YouTube, and Amazon Prime Video, dual 5-watt Harman Kardon speakers with Dolby Audio, and let me tell you guys, don't be fooled by what I just said about 5 watts. I cannot believe how good these sound. And quiet performance under 30 decibels. And of course, game mode with low latency support. I tested it exclusively in my home theater setup on a 150-inch projector screen, and I was honestly blown away. The unit stayed cool, the fan was whisper quiet, and setup was extremely easy. I just placed it on my tripod projector tray, used a leveler, and had a perfect image locked in within 5 minutes. Super simple. Now let's get into the meat of it, the gaming performance. And as a gaming channel, input lag is something I take very seriously. Most projectors fail this test unless they are specifically a gaming projector. But this one actually passed with flying colors. Here's what you need to know. In game mode at 1080p 60 Hz, input lag is less than 27 milliseconds with auto keystone off. With auto keystone on, input lag increases to under 60 milliseconds. Now listen, I've been using projectors for over 20 years, and if there's one rule I never break, it's this: turn off auto keystone if you care about input lag. I did exactly that. I manually leveled the projector with a leveler and left auto keystone off the entire time. It took 5 minutes to align, but it made all the difference. Now, some of the games I tested on Nintendo Switch was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is a game that I'm super familiar with, as you'd imagine. I played it on day one on the Wii U. I bought it on day one on Nintendo Switch, and so this is a game that I just know like the back of my hand. I know exactly how the power sliding is supposed to feel. I know if you should be able to do a trick on a jump or not. And usually when those things fail, it is because of input lag. It depends on what kind of setup you're on, or it might be because you have to adjust to a different display with different input lag. And with this projector, I didn't have any of those issues. The jumps felt good. It's 60 hertz, which matches what the Nintendo Switch is, so the gameplay was smooth and it looked great. The colors really popped. I was quite impressed with how well Mario Kart 8 ran. And again, that's always the first game that I like to test out on a projector. I also tested out Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. With the Switch 2 right around the corner, I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get a new Smash Bros., right? So we might be playing this Smash Bros. For another year or 2 years, who knows? But point is that regardless, I will always enjoy this Smash Brothers, right? It really lived up to the Ultimate name, and so I'll continue to play it. And I gotta tell you, playing it on a projector is so much fun. It's just such a perfect game to have a giant screen for, and everything played great. I was using my GameCube fighting pad, which I'm sure you can probably hear me pressing the buttons in the background, so apologize for that if that's distracting. I also tested Metroid Prime Remastered because, again, another genre that is just really fun on a giant screen is first-person shooters or games in first-person perspectives. Obviously, Metroid is a first-person Metroidvania, and it just looks awesome, especially when, the raindrops hit Samus's visor, and it's just on this giant screen, and it looks so nice. And everything was snappy. Once again, the input lag felt great, and I hope that I can play through eventually Metroid Prime 2 and Metroid Prime 3 HD. Just waiting on Nintendo to release that. But man, it would be awesome to be able to experience Metroid Prime 1 through 4 on a portable gaming projector. I also tested out Super Mario Odyssey. That is a game that I actually haven't popped in quite some time. I beat it, of course, when it came out, and again, the colors just pop on this projector. They look really good. No issues with the input lag. The game just, again, ran beautifully, looked beautifully. And this is a game that I'm looking forward to playing on Switch 2. With that improved resolution and performance. I also tested out the Super Nintendo NSO with Super Mario World just to see how it looked and felt and ran, and everything felt great, looked good, performance was smooth. I tested out Wave Race 64, and of course I had to test out F-Zero X, because again, that's another really fun game to play on a giant screen. Especially looking forward to playing F-Zero GX on the GameCube NSO for Switch 2. But I tested out F-Zero X today and it was so much fun. The game looked great. The music sounded awesome, pumping out of the Harman Kardon 5-watt speakers. So great experience there. I popped in Zelda Ocarina of Time for a moment, just to boot up that title screen and see it again. Everything looked good, sounded good. And then I played pretty extensively through the hard mode on Wave Race 64. One of my favorite games, of course, hence why I'm wearing my Wave Race shirt today. And that played excellent. The water graphics looked great as always. The water felt great. It was a very solid experience, especially for a gaming projector, let alone for a portable gaming projector. So after testing out all those games, I walked away like, wow, this was really fun. This would be great to bring on a camping trip. Or, hey, if you're camping out for a video game console, like for Switch 2, bring this with you. I know I'll be bringing it with me. Every game looked great though. Every game played great. Input felt responsive. The colors popped. And honestly, this was one of the most fun gaming sessions I've had on a projector while I'm testing it, right? Because usually I run into a couple things and I need to make some tweaks and I'm not really playing. I'm just like running game footage and not really fully enjoying it because I'm trying to test it out for everyone. And I gotta say, this was so simple that I actually did get to enjoy the gaming experience. So whether you're playing modern or retro, the Halo Plus New holds up very well. Now, outside of gaming, the Halo Plus New is a fully functional smart projector with Google TV built in. That means you can download apps directly from the Google Play Store. You can watch Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, Crunchyroll, whatever you want. You can use Google Assistant right from the remote. Now that's not something I use, but if you want to use it, it's there. You can stream from your phone with Google Cast. You can also cast from your Apple iPhone, which is what I have. Another feature is the XGIMI Wall app, which gives you access to ambient visuals and wallpapers if you just want to chill and turn your wall into something relaxing or stylish. Think Back to the Future Part 2 when Marty is in the future and he just puts a nice background on the projector screen. That's basically what this is, which I thought was funny and really cool because, once again, that's just another thing that Back to the Future Part 2 predicted would be part of the future. Now, the Halo Plus New uses an LED light source rated for 25,000 hours. So, if you were to use the projector 4 hours a day, that'll give you about 17 years of use. You also get a 1-year warranty and a 30-day return exchange policy if you buy directly from XGIMI or their official Amazon store. Just make sure to register your unit online to activate the warranty. I'll drop that link in the description for you. So, what's the verdict? The XGIMI Halo Plus New is truly, hands down, the best portable projector I've tested for gaming. It's compact, sharp, impressively bright for its size, and more importantly, it respects your input. That less than 27 milliseconds of input lag with game mode turned on and Keystone off makes this a legit option for real-time gameplay. If you want to game on a massive screen without needing a TV, this is a strong recommendation. Now, I'm not listing a price here because things are changing constantly with pricing in the world right now. But you can check the latest price and availability using my affiliate link in the description below. That also helps support the channel if you decide to pick one up. Thanks again for watching, Stash Fam. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments section below what's the first game you'd fire up on a 150-inch projector. And as always, remember, you're never too old to play video games.